You are warmly welcome to today's numeracy lesson. The topic is 3D shapes and prisms. But the lesson for the day is going to be cross-section of a 3D shape and prism. Let's move on. By the end of today's lesson, you will be able to identify a 3D shape with uniform cross-section and a prism. I trust you get the objective of today's lesson. Then, let's have a review on 3D shapes and their cross-section, as we learned in our previous lesson. We learned of a cube being a 3D shape, a sphere being a 3D shape, cuboid being a 3D shape, cone being a 3D shape, then cylinder being a 3D shape. I trust you remember what we learned in our previous lesson. Then let's look at their cross-section as a way of revising what we learned in our previous lesson. We learned of a cube and its cross-section. The cross-section of a cube is square. The cross-section of a cone is circle. The cross-section of sphere is circle. The cross-section of cylinder is circle. The cross-section of a right rectangular prism or a rectangular prism is a rectangle. I trust you get what we learned in our previous lesson. Good. Now, I have some questions for you. Mention 3 other 3D shapes aside those learned above. Let's answer the questions. These further examples of 3D shapes and their cross-sections could be some of your answers you could have provided. We have triangular prism, we have triangular pyramid. Let's look at their cross-sections. When you take a triangular prism, its cross-section is a triangle. When you take a triangular pyramid, its cross-section is also a triangle. Let's move on to another 3D shape and its cross-section. We have a pentagonal prism. We also have a pentagonal pyramid. A pentagonal prism has a pentagon as its cross-section. In the same manner, a pentagonal pyramid also has a pentagon as its cross-section. Let's move on to another 3D shape. We also have a hexagonal prism. Its cross-section is a hexagon. We also have a hexagonal pyramid. Its cross-section is also a hexagon. I trust you get it. We also have square pyramid. Its cross-section is a square. All these are further examples of 3D shapes. Now, let's continue with their uniform cross-section and those with non-uniform cross-sections of a 3D shape. When we talk of a uniform cross-section, we mean that the two ends, the bases, are the same, similar, equal, and parallel to each other. When you take the base of this triangular prism, it's the same as its upper end, which is also a triangle. They are all equal in size, shape, and they are also parallel to each other. Therefore, we say this triangular prism has a uniform cross section. Let's take a triangular pyramid. The base of this triangular pyramid is a triangle. But look at its apex. The shapes are similar but different sizes. Therefore, a triangular pyramid has non-uniform cross section. Let's take another 3D shape and its cross section. When you take a pentagonal prism, the two ends are the same, similar, and parallel to each other. Therefore, we say a pentagonal prism has a uniform cross section. But when you take a pentagonal pyramid, the base, which is a pentagon, is not of the same size as its end. Therefore, we say a pentagonal pyramid has non-uniform cross section. We also have a hexagonal prism. A hexagonal prism has uniform cross section because the two ends are equal. The size of the base and its top are the same. They are similar, equal size, and they are also parallel to each other. Therefore, we say a hexagonal prism has uniform cross section. But when you take a hexagonal pyramid, the base is a hexagon. The size of the base and its end are not the same. They are not equal. They are not parallel to each other. Therefore, we say a hexagonal pyramid has non-uniform cross section. We also have a cube. The cross section is a square. We can see that the two ends are equal in size, they are parallel to each other, and they are also similar. Therefore, we say a cube has a uniform cross section. But when you take a square pyramid, its cross section is a square. The two ends are different in sizes. Therefore, we say a square pyramid has a non-uniform cross section. When you take the cylinder, the two ends are equal in shape, size, and they are also parallel to each other. Therefore, we say a cylinder has a uniform cross section. Let's take a cone. On the other hand, the base of the cone is different, or is of different size to the apex of the cone. Therefore, we say the cone has a non-uniform cross section. I have an exercise for you. From the above illustrative examples, mention 4 3D shapes with uniform cross section.